Hello Internet, I'm Dane, this is Making a Man Cave. I have half-inch horse stall mats to be putting on the ground here. I spent a lot of time down here, a lot of time on my feet, so the horse stall mats are going to be good for my knees because I'm 30-some now, getting old. So yeah. Okay, so the best way that I found to cut these rubber mats is by using some sort of metal straight edge or just a straight edge and a box knife. Some people say you can use a circular saw or a jigsaw. It does not give as precise of cuts or as clean of cuts. So what I do is measure out whatever size I need, and just for this example, I'm just gonna be cutting off this little square here. You measure out whatever side you need. What you can do if it's a place that you're gonna be making lots of cuts, you can use a pencil, make a little area with the pencil, and you see there's just a thin silver line there. Put your straight edge down exactly how you want it. Make sure that your hand is above where you're gonna be cutting, and then you're just gonna start making cuts like that, going through. You're gonna go through, especially if you're cutting it on concrete like I am, you're gonna be going through a lot of these, but you just keep going. As you see here, it makes a nice clean cut, and then with whatever is left, just give a little slice like that. All right, so how do you calculate the number of mats that you are going to need for your basement? So up top, you see a rough sketch of what my basement's layout looks like, divided into 3 sections. So section 1 is roughly 12 feet by 9 feet, section 2 is roughly 8 by 7, and section 3 is roughly 8 by 14. A little bit below that, you see areas 1, 2, and 3. Area 1 is 12 multiplied by 9, it's 108 feet. Area 2 is 8 by 7 feet, multiplied is 56, and Area 3 is 8 feet by 14, which is 112. You take all those numbers, 108, 56, and 112, add them together is 276 square feet. The mats that I am using are 3 feet by 4 feet, which 3 by 4 multiplied is 12 square feet. So all you do is take the total area, which is 276, divide it by the mats, which are 12, and you get 23 mats. 276 divided by 12 is 23. I recommend getting an extra mat or two, so I got 25 mats, because what's going to happen is when you get to the end, you're going to have a lot of random pieces because of the cuts, where you're going to need larger sections to fill things in. So you're going to end up with a little bit of extra matting, but that'll be fine. Okay, so one thing that I tried to do when I was mapping this out, how I'm going to put down the mats, is try to figure out if you have like a pole or a beam, anything like that. You want to try to get that as close as you can to the edge of the mat. The reason for that is because you can't obviously just cut a hole and then place it over, because there's no way to do that. So what you have to do is cut a slice in like that so that you could put it, you know, when you're putting the mat down, open it up and slide it in like that. That's why having a box cutter is really nice, because it makes such a clean cut, you can't even tell it's there. And then what I did was I just made it a slightly bigger. It was a little hard with a box cutter. You have to really go a little bit at a time. I made it a little bit bigger just to give it a little bit of extra space, because it's kind of hard to measure. And what I did was I placed these 2 mats down first, and then I measured the distance, how far up it was, and then how far over it was to basically the center, and then I cut my hole there. I just made it a little bit bigger, just give myself a little bit of leeway. So once you start getting towards the edges, you're going to find, obviously, that the pieces don't fit. You have to cut them, and that you're not always going to have perfectly square pieces. So this one, for example, on this edge, it's about 11 1/4, and on this edge, it's about 10 3/4. So the strategy when you're doing this is to pick a right angle. So basically, starting from over here, what you would do is you get your straight edge, you measure 11 3/4, you come up here, 11 3/4, put a mark there. You measure 10 3/4 over there, you put your mark there, 10 3/4 up here. Then you lay your straight edge. It's going to be obviously crooked, or it's going to be slanted. You cut the piece, and it should fit in pretty nice like that. All right, so as you see here, about 5 seconds after we completed the basement, all kinds of stuff moved in to fill the void. Got my little home office down here. So everything is done here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the section below. If you can, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support. And click on some of the other videos. We got a lot of other stupid content for you to view, including food reviews with my dog and video game content. So thanks for watching. Click on the subscribe button, and we appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.